We're about to dive into the countdown of the top 5 CNC machines for small businesses where precision, efficiency, and big results collide. We'll explore a range from compact desk-side models to robust production-ready systems, highlighting what makes each one a smart choice for scaling. Today, I'm going to be going over the best CNC machine for small business that you can get right now. All of the products mentioned are linked in the description, so check them out if you're interested in any of them. With that, let's begin. At number 5, we have the Carver Air Desktop CNC 4th Axis. Carver Air is built to sit neatly on a small benchtop while delivering a surprisingly capable rotary and 4th axis experience for hobbyists stepping into more advanced projects. This machine ships with an enclosure that keeps dust and chips contained and reduces noise. A design choice that matters when you share a workspace with teammates or family members who work nearby. Enclosure also contributes to safer operation, especially for beginners who are still learning feed rates and bit selection, because you can observe the process from outside the box while the spindle continues to spin inside. A closed-loop setup is a key talking point here, because the integrated encoder feedback helps maintain position when the load changes or when a rough cut transitions into a finish cut. This reduces the risk of missed steps and runaway movements, giving you a push toward consistent, repeatable results over longer runs. 4th axis opens up rotary engraving and cylindrical work in a way standard 2-axis or 3-axis setup simply cannot match, letting you turn blocks of wood, acrylic, and even some soft metals into custom pens, handles, and ornamental pieces with a single toolpath. Machine's control software is designed to be beginner-friendly, with straightforward calibration routines and on-screen prompts that walk you through zeroing, calibration, and the process of live runs. While the Carver Air excels in ease of use and safety, it faces competition from similarly priced kits that emphasize compactness over raw speed or XY travel. Users should be mindful of the need for proper waste management, given the enclosure size. Working with larger stock can require stepping up to a larger footprint or additional external clamping solutions. In typical small business workflows, the Carvera wins on the day-to-day usability. Quick setup, reliable results in simple shapes, and an approachable learning curve that helps new operators reach a consistent level of craftsmanship. Compared to the FoxAlien Massuda Pro, which I have included as number 4 on this list, the Carver Air prioritizes rotary capability and enclosure safety, while the FoxAlien leans toward a robust all-metal frame and slightly larger material handling footprint, offering a different blend of rigidity and versatility for users who want more raw metal cutting potential alongside engraving. Choice between these two ultimately comes down to what you value more in a first desktop CNC. A safer, enclosure-rich design with a dedicated 4th axis, or a sturdier all-metal build that handles a wider variety of materials with high rigidity and speed. This is a strong start for a small business that wants to prototype ideas quickly without investing in a larger, industrial CNC. With proper setup, a clear workflow, and careful selection of spindles and end mills, the Carver Air can deliver consistent, repeatable results that still feel like they're built for the desktop, not the factory floor. A combination of safety, rotary capability, and beginner-friendly software makes it a compelling entry point for a small outfit testing the waters of in-house fabrication. The model also serves as a practical stepping stone toward more expansive systems, giving you a reliable baseline from which to scale. At number 4, we have the FoxAlien Massuda Pro. This machine sits in the same budget-friendly tier as many beginner CNC kits, but brings a distinct focus on all-metal construction and a large, stable bed for a desktop footprint. Masuter Pro emphasizes rigidity, with an otherwise compact frame that gives you a surprisingly strong cutting performance on wood, acrylic, and several soft metals. All-metal build reduces flex during aggressive toolpaths and helps deliver clean edges, especially when you push for deeper passes or faster feed rates. The Masuter Pro pairs a straightforward control interface with compatibility for common GRBL-based software and hobbyist CAM suites, which matters when you want to iterate quickly without chasing a niche ecosystem. One of the most appealing attributes for a small business is the balance between modularity and accessibility. You can swap bits, upgrade the spindle, or tune the belt drives without a complete rebuild, allowing incremental improvements as your workloads increase. Masuter Pro also benefits from a broad community of users and lots of online tutorials, which translates to faster problem solving when you encounter a stuck pass or miscalibration. However, it is not without trade-offs. The all-metal frame, while sturdy, can lead to slightly more vibration if kept near higher speed operations, and the gantry height may limit very tall stock. This is something to consider if your typical parts are chunky or you need frequent tool changes with a tight tempo. Compared to the Carver Air, which I have included as number 5 on this list, the FoxAlien focuses more on raw rigidity and a compact, all-metal chassis, which allows you to while the Carvera emphasizes the safety of enclosure and an integrated fourth axis that unlocks rotary workflows. Small businesses weighing these two options should think about whether their products require precise rotary engraving and curved surfaces, or whether they will lean into a broader range of flat stock materials with stronger torsional resistance. FoxAlien Massuda Pro is notably capable, a strong step above entry level in terms of build quality, and it remains a compelling choice for entrepreneurs who want immediate reliability with a short path from unboxing to your first engraved prototype. As you plan your workshop layout, consider whether the Masuter Pro's footprint and rigidity align with your bench space and the typical stock you're cutting, because those are the kinds of decisions that shape your early production capabilities. At number 3, we have the Genmitsu 3018 Pro. This classic entry in the desktop CNC world has been a staple for hobbyists turned small business operators because of its combination of affordability, proven tooling compatibility, and the reliability that comes from a higher volume user base. 300 by 180 by 45 millimeter work envelope keeps your first projects compact, but the 3018 Pro is designed to handle a wide variety of soft woods, plastics, and light aluminum clamps. The machine relies on a robust GRBL controller, proven spindle options, and a modular design that makes upgrades feasible without a total rebuild. One of the strongest suits for this model is the ecosystem. Countless parts, accessories, and documented troubleshooting steps mean your team can push through learning curves with a clear path forward. This is particularly valuable for small businesses that must deliver prototypes quickly to clients, and then iteration cycles become a central part of your service workflow. Regarding automation and throughput, the Genmitsu 3018 Pro is not the fastest machine in its price band, but it offers a dependable baseline with predictable results. The quill height, touch plate alignment, and Z-axis rigidity are improved in the Pro revision, which contributes to more consistent cut depths and smoother finish passes. It also enjoys broad compatibility with many CAM packages, including options that let you create pocketing paths and engraving runs with minimal setup. In practice, you'll appreciate the lower noise floor and the approachable setup that helps your operators avoid delays caused by calibration mistakes. Compared to the FoxAlien Massuda Pro, which I have included as number 4 on this list, the Genmitsu 3018 Pro prioritizes a more modular, upgradable design that appeals to shops growing into larger, repeatable production. Where the Masuter Pro shines with a compact all-metal chassis for rigidity, the 3018 Pro's advantage lies in a huge community knowledge base and the modularity that allows you to swap components as you scale. This makes it an attractive option for a small business that anticipates evolving needs. You can start with a simple, reliable baseline and progressively add bed area, upgraded linear rails, or more capable spindle as demand dictates. With room to grow and a footprint that won't overwhelm a small workspace, the Genmitsu 3018 Pro becomes not just a purchase, but a stepping stone toward more ambitious fabrication projects. Long-term value here is in the ability to learn, experiment, and document your processes so that you can reuse successful toolpaths across dozens of parts, turning a one-off job into a repeatable service line. At number 2, we have the Genmitsu Cubico. This compact enclosure platform takes the base capability you expect from a 3018 family machine and packages it into a crisp, enclosed workspace designed to reduce dust and spark hazards. Cubico's enclosure is more than a safety feature. It creates an enabling environment for running longer, more detailed operations without the shop turning into a mess. Inside, the gantry and bed geometry maintain a good balance of rigidity and accessibility, letting operators reach the work area without crawling into a cage. The Cubiko emphasizes user experience with a smoother toolpath follow and quieter operation, which matters when you're working with clients nearby or when your shop soundtrack is a day-long workflow rather than a one-time test. One of the most practical benefits for a small business is the integrated enclosure as a turnkey feature, which reduces the need for building a dedicated dust management setup from scratch. This translates to less setup time between jobs and more time spent on production rather than cleanup. As with many Genmitsu-based platforms, you benefit from a large ecosystem of spare parts, alignment tools, and upgrade options that can be layered as your projects become more ambitious. On the downside, the Cubiko's compact dimensions can limit you when you need to work with thicker stock or when you want to run longer, more aggressive passes. The learning curve for alignment is still present, though the enclosure helps mitigate some of the common errors caused by dust and misalignment. Compared to the Genmitsu 3018 Pro, which I have included as number 3 on this list, the Cubiko shifts emphasis toward enclosure and safe operation, sacrificing a fraction of bed access for a cleaner, safer workspace. Choice here is whether your workflow benefits from a ready-to-go enclosure that reduces operational noise and dust, or whether you prefer the open-air approach of a slightly larger platform that gives you more direct access to the cutting area for quick setups and frequent tool changes. Cubiko is a strong fit for shops focusing on small part production, prototyping, and soft to mid-hard plastics, where the enclosure can help you meet client expectations for clean, professional results with minimal cleanup after each run. At number 1, we have the SainSmart 3018 Proof of Vitwo. This platform represents a refined step in the lineage of dependable desktop CNCs for small businesses that demand consistent, repeatable results and a path to scalable production. Virtu updates typically emphasize improved Z-axis stability, quieter operation, and enhanced electronics that deliver smoother travel at typical feed rates. 3018 Proof of V2's design philosophy centers on giving operators a balance of accuracy, ease of use, and upgrade path. You'll find improved cable management and a more rigid gantry, which translates to better surface finishes when you run multi-pass jobs on wood and softer metals. Controller often integrates with widely used CAM suites and GRBL-based controllers, which matters when you're onboarding employees or rotating contractors who already know the ecosystem. A small business, the ability to run repetitive tasks with stable results is crucial. So any improvements to stepper microstepping and anti-backlash elements in the Vitwo variant are meaningful because they reduce the risk of inconsistencies across shifts. Setup is typically straightforward. You'll be guided through frame leveling, gripper-tested bed alignment, and spindle alignment checks to prevent common errors that degrade edge quality. SainSmart variant also typically benefits from strong vendor support and a robust aftermarket, allowing you to source spare parts and replacements quickly if a rush order hits your shop. Paired to the Genmitsu Cubico, which I have included as number 2 on this list, the SainSmart variant leans more toward a slightly larger work envelope in many configurations and a more traditional open frame feel with strong enclosure options, depending on how you pick accessories. That incremental difference matters when you weigh throughput. The SainSmart platform can push more aggressive passes in wood or light aluminum with more predictable outcomes, while the Cubico's enclosure focus tends to emphasize dust control and safer operation in tight spaces. For a small business evaluating growth paths, the SainSmart 3018 Proof of Vitwo offers a compelling combination of upgrade potential, reliability, and a support network that keeps your shop moving forward rather than waiting on part back orders. This is the top choice for a team looking to start with dependable, proven performance and to scale up as demand for bespoke parts and rapid prototyping increases, with a clear upgrade route for spindles, frames, and control electronics as your workflow matures.